trust the process. It won't be perfect at first, and that's okay. Don't take the task back. Let your team grow into it and let the system do its thing. And remind yourself your job is to lead, not to do everything. Hey, welcome back to Lazy Entrepreneur Podcast, the podcast for ambitious entrepreneurs like you and business owners who want to grow and scale their business without burning out or doing all the work themselves. So, if you are tired of being the bottleneck in your business and you are ready to step into your real CEO role, you are in the right place. So now let's dive into today's episode. Alright, so I am going to start this off by getting real with you. A few years ago, I hit a point in my business where I realized I hated Mondays. Not because I didn't love what I do, but because every Monday felt like Groundhog Day. 96 unread emails, social media posts to write, sending payroll, and clients asking for updates. It was really too much on a Monday, and so I decided that I needed to do something different. And during that time, I was like just sitting in my pajama pants thinking, did I quit my job just to create another one for myself? And if you know me, you know that I love having freedom and flexibility. And so during that time, I built a business that revolved around me, and that was the problem. I realized I was the biggest bottleneck in my business. Everything needed my approval, my brain, and my hands. And one day, I just said it out loud. I am firing myself, not from being the CEO, but from being everyone else's job too. So now let's talk about what happens when you don't fire yourself. Here's what I see with a lot of entrepreneurs. They think being busy means being successful, and I thought of that as well. They wear their burnout like a badge of honor, and I was exactly in the same place. They say things like, it's just faster if I do it myself. And I said the same thing as well. But let's break this down. If you're the only one who knows how your business runs, you don't have a business. You have a job with a really needy boss. And spoiler, the boss is you. And the minute you get sick, go on vacation, or heaven forbid, take a nap, everything falls apart. That's not freedom, that's fragility. So let me give you a little mindset shift. Here's what your real job as a CEO should be: setting the vision for your business, creating strategies so that your business continuously grow, building the right team, forming partnerships with other businesses or your clients, making high-level decisions. That is something that you need to do for your business, and watching your business grow without you babysitting it. I know it's kind of hard, but you should not be the one to send client onboarding emails, because that is something you can delegate or you can automate. Designing Instagram posts, I know it's fun, but it's a time sucker. Following up on unpaid invoice, trust me, I hate doing this. Manually adding tasks to your project management tool or Trello, you need to have a project manager to do that for you, or an executive assistant. Also, posting to stories every single day. You can schedule this way in advance. And that's actually why there's a team, that's built for businesses, tools and systems for businesses like yours. So I think we should just need to stop acting like we're the only ones who can do things the right way, if that even exist. So, I'll never forget this one week. I had a new client. Exciting, right? But I was also onboarding a new team member at the time, handling our group chat, editing a sales page, and because I'm clearly insane, trying to learn how to set up a Zap in Zapier, I got so overwhelmed. I forgot I had a dentist appointment one day. They called and said, "Hi, Christy. Are you still coming?" And I was like,
Huh?
Coming where? That was my breaking point. Right after that, I sat down and created a list of everything I was still doing, even things I hated. Especially things I hated. That list turned into a roadmap of what to fire myself from, one task at a time. And trust me, I had too many turning points. So here's the 5 exact process I use to fire myself from the day to day. So you might want to get a pen and paper to write this down. First, brain dump everything. So write down every single task you're doing each week. Don't just list the big things, include the tiny annoying stuff as well. That 5-minute thing adds up. Step 2, categorize by value. Mark each task as either a 10-hour task or a $15 task or a $100 task like content creation, client communications, and maybe networking. Or maybe there are tasks that you're supposed to be doing that is at $1,000 value per hour. It can be partnership and networking strategy. So the tasks that are at $1,000 an hour tasks or the high level tasks, you should be the one doing them, and maybe eventually you can delegate them to other people. Next, number 3, create simple SOPs. So I don't know if you've used Loom, but Loom is very beneficial to my business. So what you can do is record a Loom video showing step by step how you do things. The goal is to make simple instructions so someone else can do it without bugging you. Step 4, delegate 1 to 2 tasks per week. Don't try to hand off everything at once. Start with the stuff you hate or that drains you most. Give clear feedback, be patient, and this is where the trust muscle grows. Lastly, trust the process. It won't be perfect at first, and that's okay. Don't take the task back. Let your team grow into it and let the system do its thing. And remind yourself, your job is to lead, not to do everything. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if they mess it up? But my clients expect to hear from me, but no one knows my brand like I do. Listen, I hear you loud and clear. I've been you. But here's the truth. If you don't trust your team to do it 80% as well as you, then you've either hired the wrong people or you haven't trained them well. Perfectionism is the enemy of freedom. And remember, done is better than done by you. So, what happened after I fired myself? I started working on the business, not in it. And I know you hear a lot of mentors say that. I had time to launch new offers, take on better clients, and actually enjoy my weekends. Also, my team grew because I gave them space to lead and own things. They're accountable for each task that they do. And I also had time to create this podcast because, let's be honest, I couldn't do this if I was still replying to every customer email. And the best part, the business didn't fall apart. It flourished. Alright, so now it's your turn. Here is your lazy CEO challenge for this week. Pick just one task you know you should no longer be doing, and then record yourself doing it. Make a tutorial Or like I said, use Loom Video to record yourself and delegate it to a virtual assistant, to a team member, or automate it. Do not touch it for 7 days. And then watch what happens. And then DM me on Instagram at Christy Yoder, or tag me in your IG stories and tell me what you fired yourself from. I love seeing CEOs step into their power. Being lazy isn't about doing nothing. It's about building systems so you don't have to do everything. So, thanks for listening to Lazy Entrepreneur Podcast. If this episode helped you shift your mindset and gave you permission to let go, please do me a favor. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a fellow overworked entrepreneur who needs this message. And remember, stay lazy, stay ambitious, and build a business that runs without you doing all the work. See you in the next episode.